Good morning, children. Welcome to our chemistry online class. I hope all of you are fine. Then, are you enjoying your vacation? So, in last class, we discussed about the atomic mass and the atomic mass unit and all those things. From today's class, we are going to deal about how the atom is existing in the nature. How these atoms are existing in nature? Is it alone? Is it having friends? So let's learn about molecules. Atoms are existing in the form of molecules. So let's learn what are molecules and how it will be, what are ions and all those things. So let's start.
So, atoms are existing in the form of molecule. So, how can we define a molecule? Molecule is the combination of two or more atoms. These atoms are held together by chemical bond. Chemical bond means there are some attractive force in between atoms. So, let's see the different types of molecule and how can a molecule exist. Okay. So here you can see various type of molecules. Here hydrogen atoms, two hydrogen atom is combined together to form one hydrogen molecule, an oxygen molecule, and there are no glue or something. They are held together by some kind of force. That force is known as attractive force. Here you can see nitrogen atom, chlorine atom, and atoms can be or molecules can be different types. Molecule may be like if there are two similar atoms are combined together, they are known as homoatoms because homo means similar. These are similar atoms are combined together, whereas in sometimes it may be different types of atom. Here you can see a water molecule. It is a molecule of one molecule of water. Here you can see two hydrogen atom are combined with one oxygen atom. So maybe the different types of atom will be there, or molecule can exist in two forms. Maybe they are combined, the atoms are combined with similar atom. If one atom is combined with other similar atom, or else it can combine with any other atom of element. Here you can see some other examples. Okay. So what do you mean by atomicity? Atomicity is the number of atoms held together to form a molecule. It is a number. How many atoms are combined there to form a molecule? It is known as atomicity. Based on that, we can classify atoms as monoatomic, diatomic, triatomic, and polyatomic. So, why atoms have to be exist in the form of molecule? Why it cannot be an atom? Why it should be a molecule? Because let's, for example, if you go to school, you need a friend. Without a friend, you are not complete or you are not stable. You want a friendship or a company. Similarly, if we check an atom, atom is really unstable. So for the stability, it needs one more atom to combine with it. Okay, maybe the similar type of atom or different types of atom. So the number of atoms held together to form a molecule is known as atomicity. Hmm? So let's check the types of molecule. Based on the atomicity, we can classify them. So monoatomic. So what do you mean by mono? Mono means one. So when molecule is formed by a single atom only. So some students or some people doesn't want anyone's company. They can exist as single. So some atoms have the ability to exist stable by if it is only one, it can be stable. So such atoms are known as monoatomic. If it is in a single atom also, they are stable. So generally, noble gases form monoatomic molecules. What do you know? What are noble gases? Noble gases are, for example, helium, neon, argon, krypton. Those are noble gases. Next chapter we are going to deal about those things. But for a knowledge, you just remember those things. And diatomic. If monatomic is only one atom, what will be the diatomic? So for the stability, maybe two atoms are held together to form a molecule. When molecule is formed by the combination of two atoms, such are called as diatomic molecules. For example, hydrogen, that is H2, chlorine, O2, Cl2, O2, N2. These all are example of diatomic molecules. So almost all non-metals will come under diatomic molecules. And so what will be the triatomic molecule? Can you define? So, when molecule is formed by the combination of three atoms, we can call them as triatomic molecule. For example, ozone. On the ozone day, we learned about ozone. That is symbol is O3. Okay. So, O3. So, it is formed by the combination of three atoms. Similarly, there are tetraatomic and polyatomic. For tetraatomic, it is an example. The example is P4, phosphorus. And for polyatomic, when molecule is formed by the combination of many atoms, we can call them as polyatomic. Poly means many. For example, S8. There are 8 atoms of sulfur units combined to form one molecule of sulfur. And almost all metals are monoatomic and all gases are diatomic. So here you can see oxygen, one oxygen plus another oxygen combined to form one O2 molecule. Here if you check the subscript, that is which is right in the side of or down of the molecule, that is this 2, that is number of atoms. Here you can see O3, ozone, and here you can see 4, and if the number is written in the side, this number of molecules, it is number of molecules. This, if we write it is inside, we can call them as the number of atoms. For example, if you check here, the 2 is written down as subscript. So this is number of atoms. Whereas this is number of molecule. Molecule will be right in the left side, and atom number of atoms will be right in this as subscript. Okay. Then what are ions? So there are atoms, molecules, ions. Atoms also will exist in the form of ions in the nature. So what are ions? Ions are the compounds which carrying charges. For example, positive charge, negative charge, etc. We said atoms need stability. We all want stability. Similarly, atoms also want stability. Stability, what they will do, they can do different methods. For example, if we check an atom for the stability, what they will do is, we said there are some attractive force between this O2 molecule or any other molecule. So mainly this attractive bond is a chemical bond. This chemical bond is formed by either donation of electron or acceptance of electron or sharing of electron. Those we will study in next chapter, but we have to know this. So for the stability, atoms will do, they will share electrons, donate electron or accept electron. Okay. So while donating or accepting, they will get some charge. If we donate, we will get positive charge. Or if we give something to someone, if your friend doesn't have a pen, if you are sharing your pen, you are getting there will be a bond between you people. That is a friendship bond. Similarly, there are different types of bond in our chemistry. So if an atom donating its electron, it will get some positive charge. So this positive charge carrying atoms are known as cation. And if we steal something without knowledge of others, what will happen? We will get some negative energy, isn't it? So if an atom accepting electron, so they will get some negative charge. Those ions are known as anions. For remembering, I will tell you a tip. Cation. If you write cation, here you can see cat. So if you are seeing a small cat, what will happen? You will get some positive energy. So cation carrying positive charge. So what about anion? Anion. Can you find any other word similar to anion? We can relate anion to onion. If we cut onion, what will happen? Tears will come from our eyes. So, onion, tears means negative. So, if there are onions, if you are cutting onions, we'll get tears. Similarly, anions, negative charge. Okay, so you can remember like this. So here you can see some examples. So we said about aluminium atom, aluminium molecule, and aluminium can exist in the form of aluminium ion. It is a cation because you can see here 3 plus. So it is carrying positive charge. So if we tell generally all metals are form cations, all non-metals will form anions because all atoms have the ability to give electrons or lose electrons, and all non-metals have the ability to accept electrons or gain electrons. Okay, here you can see anions, chlorine. Here you can see negative charge. Those are anions. And molecules of some compounds. We said atoms can exist in the form of molecules or ions, and even though if it is a molecule or ion, we cannot see them in the using naked eyes. These molecules will combine together, and if they are combined together, then only they will become larger in size. That is, if they are combining, we will get compounds. If the same molecules will combine, we'll get elements. If the different elements will combine together, we'll get compounds. Okay, so if we check the almost all the things in our nature, those are compounds. Compounds made up of elements. Elements are made up of molecules. Molecules are made up of atom. Same as our biology. In biology, we are studying cells combine to form tissues. Tissues combines to form organs. Organs will combine to form organ system. Similarly, here that we can see in our chemistry, atoms will give, atoms combine to form molecules, molecules combine to form elements, elements combine to form compounds. Here you can see some compounds. Here you can see water. Water, there are different types of atoms. H2O, 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. Here you can see the combining elements, hydrogen, oxygen, 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen. And here you can see some other compounds and their elements. Okay. So what we understood in this chapter? So how can we define a molecule? So what is the main difference between atom and molecule? Actually, those are near to same. Atom is the fundamental unit of all matter. So how can we define a molecule? Molecule is the fundamental unit of any substance which can be independent, which can exist as independent. Atom cannot exist as independent. It is unstable, but whereas molecules are stable. That is the main difference between atom and molecule. And here you can see a flow chart. Here you can see what we studied. Pure substance can be classified as two. Those are elements and compounds. Further, elements are made up of atom and elements are made up of molecules. If atoms will be in this form, only one is there, that is neon. And if atoms are combined to form molecule, that will be diatomic. We know that O2. Here you can see two atoms, and these molecules are there will be an attractive force between these molecules. And compounds can be classified as molecular or ionic. Here you can see molecule. So different types of atoms are combined to form molecule of compounds. And here you can see ionic compound. Ionic ions, we said ions. If the ions are combined, if a cation and anion and combined together, they will form ionic compound. For example, NaCl, KCl and all that we will discuss in next chapter. So I hope all of you understood today's topic. Okay, if you have any doubt, we can clear it in our doubt clearance session. Thank you.